What is the nastiest and most explicit thing that happened in your high school? My chemistry teacher ran an illegal drug operation right under our noses, getting students addicted to pills he made in the lab. Mr. Peterson was everyone's favorite teacher. He made science fun, stayed late to help struggling students, and even started a college prep program. But there was a dark reason behind his dedication. I first noticed something weird when my friend Jake started acting strange after his tutoring sessions. He went from nearly failing to suddenly understanding complex formulas, but his pupils were always dilated and he couldn't stop fidgeting. One day, I stayed late to get some extra help. As I approached the chemistry lab, I heard voices. Through the window, I saw Mr. Peterson handing small bags of blue pills to 3 students. "Remember," he said, "first one's free. After that, it's $20 per pill." The pills looked like Adderall, but they weren't. He was using the school's lab equipment to make his own version, mixing chemicals after hours. He targeted struggling students, promising the pills would help them focus and improve their grades. Within months, half the AP students were hooked. Kids who could barely pass math were now acing calculus. But they looked horrible. Skinny, shaking, dark circles under their eyes. When they couldn't afford more pills, he'd offer payment plans where they'd sell to other students. Jake eventually told me everything. The pills worked better than Adderall at first, but the crash was brutal. Students were having seizures, blackouts, and violent mood swings. Some started stealing from their parents to afford more pills. Mr. Peterson kept detailed records of who owed him money. He'd threatened to tell their parents about their drug use if they didn't pay up. One girl tried to quit, so he sent screenshots of her buying pills to her college admissions officer. Things got worse when he started making stronger versions. A freshman had a heart attack in the cafeteria. The hospital found traces of methamphetamine and other chemicals in his system, but Mr. Peterson had covered his tracks well. The breaking point came when Jake tried to quit. Mr. Peterson cornered him after school, injecting him with something that put him in a coma for 3 days. That's when I decided to gather evidence. I planted a hidden camera in the lab and recorded everything for 2 weeks. The footage showed him making drugs, selling to students, and even testing new formulas on kids who couldn't afford to pay. I took the evidence to the police. They raided his home and found a full meth lab in his garage, along with $300,000 in cash and a list of over 100 student customers. The pills in his house contained chemicals stolen from the school lab. Turns out he'd done this at 3 other schools before ours. He'd move every few years when suspicions grew. The college prep program was his cover. He'd help students get into good schools, then use that connection to sell drugs on college campuses. The police found text messages revealing he'd been selling to middle school students too. He'd convinced them the pills were smart drugs that would help them get into better high schools. He's serving 25 years now. 43 students needed rehab. Jake still has tremors from withdrawal.